Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Potato Panda TV here again, and this is my Monday Magic series again. And as you can see, I've got some more War of the Sparks packs to open here. And today I got these at a local gaming shop, and they usually have 3 packs for $10. So I guess I usually try to go there at least once a week, so that's why I have these there today. And I guess I just usually buy War of the Spark there because hasn't really hasn't really been. I've got a bunch of like Throne of Eldraine and whatnot, so I figured War of the Sparks was kind of one of the first sets that I really got into when I started Magic, so I figured I'd go ahead and buy some more War of the Spark. And I know I have a milling thing, or a bunch of like Throne of Eldraine and a bunch of like 2020, so I figured I know I have quite a bit of War of the Spark, but I don't have quite as much as some of the newer sets, so I figured I'd go ahead and get a couple War of the Spark packs. So I guess I don't know if I'll try to go through this video as quickly as possible. It's because I know most of the stuff, War of the Spark stuff's already been kind of seen and already knows kind of what's out there, so I'll try to go through this fairly quickly. Then I'll try to save the rares and whatnot for the end of the video. If Pothers are rare, so I'll bring these two up to the front. And then our basic land is the red. And then we got our zombie token. And we got a creature, a war screecher bird. Flying. If you tap with 5 colorless and 1 white, you get a +1/+1. Scholar. He can't be blocked this turn. Well, you got an invading Manticore. Zombie Manticore. When invading, Manticore enters the battlefield in mass 2. Tith Bear Giant. When he enters the battlefield, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. And I know it seems like I got a million of this card. The Ward Scale Crocodile. He's hexproof. And then let's see, we're still in the commons. So I've seen like a bunch of this card too. Burning Prophet. When you cast a non-creature spell, Burning Prophet gets +1/+0 and 10 until end of turn, and then Scurry 1. I have quite a few of these cards too. You got a Relentless Advance, a Mass 2, or Mass 3, put 3 +1/+1 counters on an army you control. If you don't control one, create a 0/0 black zombie army creature token. And Centaur Nurturer. When this enters the battlefield, you gain 3 life, and then when you tap, you 1 mana of any color. I think I have pretty, like 99% sure I already have this in one of my commander decks, but I'll have to look through to make sure, because I know I have a red-green and a green-white commander deck, so I'll have to make sure I have that in both of the decks. I got a Demolish, destroy target artifact or land. Lazotep River. So I guess it's Reaver. Zombie B, when he enters the battlefield and miss 1. Bond of Passion. Okay, I don't think I've seen this one before. It doesn't look familiar, but I'll have to check. It's pretty high mana for a sorcery, but you gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap that creature. It gains haste until end of turn. Bond of Passion deals damage to any other target, so I guess it's still a pretty powerful card, though. Price of Betrayal. I know I've seen this card quite a few times. Remove up to 5 counters from target artifact, creature, planeswalker, or opponent. And then, let's see, we got one more, and then the rare. We got a legendary planeswalker, Shahili, Sublime Artificer. She's got a 5. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1 colorless several artifact creature token. You -2, target artifact you control becomes a copy of another target artifact or creature you control until the end of turn, except it's an artifact in addition to its other types. And then this is our rare. Oh, I don't think I've definitely not, like 90, pretty sure I haven't seen this one yet. So that's kind of cool looking. Though it's 6 colorless plus 2 white. Flying, first strike, and vigilance. Parhelion 2. Whenever Parhelion 2 attacks, create 2 4/4 white angel creature tokens with flying and vigilance that are attacking. Crew 4, tap any number of creatures you control with total power 4 or more. This vehicle becomes an artifact creature until end of turn. So it looks like a pretty neat card. So off to pack 2. So not too bad of a start. I got some neat cards and some cards I could possibly add to my either my commander decks. So I'll do this again. Try to put the rare in the back. Our basic land, blue. Then I got our token. I was just checking. I got a zombie army, and the last one I got was a zombie warrior. So I got both of the tokens I've got have been zombies so far. And I got a martyr for the cause. When he dies, proliferate. Continuous plan. When you proliferate, draw a card. Choose any number of permanents and or players and give each another counter of each kind already there. I don't know exactly what that even means, but I guess I'll probably maybe figure that out someday. Blind Blast. He deals 1 damage to target creature. That creature can't block this turn. Draw a card. Vampire Opportunist. That's each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. That's kind of fairly expensive for just 2 life. But that's, I guess, just my opinion. Steady Aim. Untapped target creature gets a +1/+4 and gains reach until end of turn. Which isn't, I guess, not too bad for 2 mana. And we got a Wanderer's Strike. Exile target creature, then proliferate. And we got another one of these, so I guess we don't really need to go over that again just because we've seen it before. Enforcer Griffin, he is flying. And we got the Jayla's Greeting. He deals 3 damage to target creature, scurry 1. Then we got an Unlikely Aid. Target creature gets +2/+0 and gains indestructible until on a turn. Damage and effect that say destroy, don't destroy it. And we got Cruel Celebrant. Whenever Cruel Celebrant or another creature or planeswalker controlled dies, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. So I guess that's not too bad for a 2 mana. Guess that's starting the uncommon now. And Ugin's Conjurant. This looks kind of somewhat familiar, but I'm not sure if I've ever gotten this one before. But it's colorless, so it's not even really tied to a specific color of mana. Ugin's Conjurant enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on it. If damage would be dealt to Ugin's Conjurant while it has a +1/+1 counter on it, prevent that damage and remove that many +1/+1 counters from Ugin's Conjurant. That enters the battlefield with X. How many? I don't know how you figure out how many or what number X is. If damage would be dealt to Ugin's Conjurant while it has a +1/+1 counter on it, prevent that damage and remove that many +1/+1 counters. And I don't know exactly what that even means, but I guess I'll have to maybe ask somebody that knows a little bit more about that. Then I got Legendary Planeswalker. I could probably, if I don't have that one yet, maybe add that to my... Oh no, never mind. I guess I thought I had a black-green commander deck, but I don't think I have one yet. Whenever a creature you control with Death Touch deals damage to a player or planeswalker, put +1/+1 counter on that creature. And for -2, create a 1/1 black assassin creature token with Death Touch, and whenever this creature deals damage to a planeswalker, destroy that planeswalker. And then here is our rare. And that's Bolas Citadel. It's 3 colorless, 3 black. I don't think I've seen this one before, but it's a pretty cool looking card. Legendary Artifact. You may look at the top card of your library any time. You may play the top card of your library. If you cast a spell this way, pay a life equal to its converted mana cost rather than pay its mana cost. And then if you tap, you sacrifice 10 non-land permanents. Each opponent loses 10 life. So that's kind of an unusual card. But I guess it could be potentially useful. But here is our third and final pack. Again, sorry I didn't post any videos last week, but I just kind of had an off week, so I didn't really have anything to post. But I apologize for that, but I'll try to get back on a regular schedule. And then we got Ironclad Kronvad and Spellkeeper Weird. With 2 colorless, you tap, sacrifice him, and then return target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. And Crop Invader. As long as it's your turn, Crop Invader has first strike. With 1 colorless, sacrifice another creature. Crop Invader gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Oops, I guess I forgot to put the look for the rare. So there's our token. There's our land. There's a foil common. It looks like we got a Mystic this time, so that's always cool. And this is our foil Steady Aim. I think we've already got the showed Steady Aim, so it's no need going over that. Then our basic land of Green Forest. Our token is a Wall Defender. Then we got Kaya's Ghost Form. Enchant creature or planeswalker you control. When enchanted permanent dies or is put into exile, return that card to the battlefield under your control. Snare's Pinner. Reach whenever it blocks. Creature with flying, he gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Then we got a Banehound. That's kind of a neat looking. I don't know why I've seen this card before, and I don't know why I kind of like that design. But he has lifelink and haste band together. Now I've seen this card quite a few times before. Up to 2 target creatures you control each deal damage equal to their power to another target creature. Gateway Plaza. It enters tapped. And then when it enters the battlefield, sacrifice it unless you pay 1 colorless. Add 1 or tap and you add 1 mana of any color. Trusted Pegasus has flying. Whenever attacks, target attacking creature without flying gains flying until end of turn. Eternal Skylord. When it enters the battlefield, amass 2. And Bolt Bend. This spell costs 3 colorless less to cast if you control a creature with power 4 or greater. So it's basically if all it costs is 1. If I had a creature with 4 or more power, this would just cost 1 red to cast. Change the target spell or ability with a single target. Then we got a legendary Planeswalker, Hualti, the Sun's Heart. He has 7. Each creature you control assigns combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power. You gain life equal to the greatest toughness among creatures you control, so I might add that to my green-white deck, our commander deck. And then our Mystic is a Finale of Glory. It's a sorcery. Cost X colorless and 2 white. Create X 2/2 white soldier creature tokens with vigilance. If X is 10 or more, also create X 4 white angel creature tokens with flying and vigilance. So I don't know exactly how you figure out what the X is, but I guess I'll figure that out someday. But I appreciate you taking the time to stop by, and I know this video is a little bit longer than I expected it to, but I still appreciate you taking the time to stop by, and I hope to see you next time.